of the day of a national champ.
Yeah. Antrell Taylor on the mat, and man, what a tournament he had last year.
No doubt.
157 pounders. Antrell Taylor for Nebraska, the national champion, taking on Logan Rozynski of Lehigh. Rozynski ranked 23rd in the country. Antrell Taylor #1. Shot by Rozynski, and Taylor catches it. Man, I thought he might put him on his back.
If he could change the angle a little bit there, if he tried to go right through his hips, and that's a strong man, and Taylor very quick as well. As you know, you mentioned that the great tournament that he had, but he had an attitude out there of just keep scoring points, right? Always looking for his offense. And it's a little bit different, you know, when you go out there now, you're the, how can I say it? In some ways, you kind of wish this, you know, the season wouldn't get going. It's not like you're afraid of it or anything like that, but you're enjoying just being the guy, you know?
Yeah.
You're #1 and all that, and the season begins, and I don't know what the weight cut is like for him. He doesn't look like he's huge for the weight class, but it's like, you know, things are different. You know, you get asked to do 10 weeks of wrestling camps all summer. You know, how did you spend your time? You know, there's just, it's more than just a target on your back. It's just you have something that everybody else wants, you know, and I guess
you're getting everybody's best effort every time out, and
you should, yeah.
And Rozynski, you know, he's tough. National qualifier last year as a true freshman, and he's going to be one of those guys hunting for what Antrell Taylor has.
And he's trying to be that guy that we just talked about with the other two guys that just finished up. He's trying to be that tough out, okay? And I like the fact he's going out there and taking a shot. Oh, good job of changing angles, and good job of staying out of that there and throwing him off with that right-handed underhook.
Loved how Rozynski wrestled through that position.
That's hard to do sometimes because okay, he's a national champion, I got to be careful, all right? And he just got into a wrestling position and wrestled through it just like he was wrestling a high school kid in the summertime.
That was impressive stuff. 30 seconds to go. Antrell Taylor, nice job on the edge. Couldn't quite get him out of bounds.
Short time.
Wow, Rozynski puts him on his back. Rozynski getting near fall, adjusting. He's got the legs split.
He's got to settle back right now. He's got an opportunity to get that far shoulder down. He came over the top.
Time expired in the first, but 4 near fall on top of the takedown. It's 7-0 Logan Rozynski, and this guy is tough. We're going to get another look at this one.
Yeah, take a look at this. I mean, this driving through, getting to the leg, and then going forward almost with a headlock. Grabs the head and keeps the head, that leg elevated right there. That's what gave him the back points. Able to split the legs, keep both legs elevated right there. And he switches directions there, elevating the bottom leg. And I thought at this point in time he had a chance of taking him out right there, but the period ended.
Yeah, if that happens with time on the clock, who knows how it ends. And now, Logan Rozynski, who's proven to be, you know, very, very tough, that tough out. Now you're really tough out with 7 points.
Yeah, and so it'll be interesting to see what the champ tries to do here to get back into this match. So he's going to go ahead and take the bottom position, it looked like. And I can't imagine what they're looking at here. But the way things are going right now with that 7-0 lead, you've got to be thinking big move the whole time, right?
And Antrell Taylor's capable of big moves.
Well, you know, so here we are. Second period, down 7-0. I'll restate that. I don't think you have to think big moves right here. Now, a couple of takedowns right now. cuts, gives you 4-point advantage there with a couple of escapes. So, that's a 6-2 exchange. So you gotta be calm. But I just don't understand why we're not wrestling here.
Yeah, I don't know what they're possibly looking at. And you see Zachary center mat looking pretty inquisitive as well.
He's over there just watching Mark Manning. Look at him. He is talking to his guy.
There's some of that. These coaches, they kind of do have to defend the mat a little bit sometimes, it seems.
I just can't imagine what they're riding time or what.
Could be.
Yeah,
could be.
I'm venturing that this match isn't going to be settled on riding time.
Yeah, that does not seem like the most.
Yeah, the most opportune situation to look at the riding time.
Man, you don't want to think too far down the road, but Rozynski with a big lead. I mean, that's whether he wins this match or not, that's going to put him on a lot of people's radars. And just think about the guys that have improved at Lehigh. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, no question. Pat Santoro does an amazing job that program, and not necessarily an easy place to coach. I mean, great academic standards, huge wrestling tradition. I mean, Lehigh's, it's a cool place to go, cool place to compete.
Yeah, beautiful.
For him. Yeah, great campus. We were visiting a little bit with Nathan Taylor's grandfather yesterday, who at the Flow Social, and he was a sixth place finisher twice from Slippery Rock, all right? And talked about, he grew up, Stan Desick was in the program at that time, and one of his workout partners, he was a heavyweight as well, but not that big of a guy, but he's here to watch it. Nathan's not going to be able to wrestle, but he just talked about, how cool it was to have a grandson wrestling at Lehigh. It's pretty cool, great opportunity. But he said he started in the engineering classes and then told his grandfather, grandfather, I've taken 3 classes. I'm not going to be an engineer.
Yeah. It's not for everyone. All right, so we got the
riding time is now, instead of 6 seconds, it's 9 seconds.
Okay. Well,
3 minutes to decide that.
There we go. All right. Second period now. About to get underway. Antrell Taylor on bottom, and
that roll through action that he was able to do, Rozynski, when Taylor shot in on him right there. Let's see if he has to draw on a little bit more of that here to go ahead and make this match. Now you see the intensity there. Drive through counter shot right there, and they're getting into almost arm throw territory there, basically a whip over position where they just drop to the knees and try to rotate them down, get a good angle to do it. You see, and that's what Mark Manning's kind of trying to get him to do is hit a big move here off that whip over. But I do think it's a little bit early just to go, get your first takedown for the match, try to open him up a little bit.
Rozynski has just seemed so prepared for these attacks, and now Antrell Taylor switching it up, looking for a drag, gets around behind, but Rozynski wrestles through, and Antrell going to try to pull him back to the center.
Wow, great job of hand fighting there at the end there by Rozynski, but that's what Taylor's got to do. He's got to create a lot of opportunities like that. Still 1:12 left in the second period, so he's got coming back down.
Rozynski, great job on these reattacks.
Reattacks with a lot of length and power, okay? Big, wide, square stance, right? And he's tried that about 4 or 5 times. I think Rozynski's got the feel for it, and I think he's getting the better of that position. So, you saw where was Taylor able to get on the leg, stuff the head, create an angle, reach for the hamstring, see if he can drop in on the leg. I look for more of that action.
Shot Taylor, and there's that reattack again. Rozynski now over-under position.
Taylor's just coming straight up. After he's attacking, he's coming straight up as opposed to driving into him, and now Rozynski's getting the angle on that, and he's the one with the power and the attack. Right there, straight on double, but fought off pretty well with that right-handed underhook and a low chest.
Yeah, Rozynski.
Oh, double underhook. Here's an opportunity for Taylor. What's he got to do? Here, double underhook. Run him off.
Man, and Rozynski's winning a lot of these positions.
He's winning almost every one of them, right? All of them, really.
Man,
the last two shots that Taylor has taken, and with that double underhook, and he was able to go ahead and continue the action.
Get the sense Rozynski has very thoughtfully game plan for that. And there's a warning against Rozynski.
Right there, stuff the head and run. Good job of Rozynski squaring up. Boy, that was a great period. And you know what? That was a great period there. All the attacks that he warded off right there, and really kind of created some of his own scoring positions at the edge of the mat.
Yeah, he really is putting together an incredible match. It's not just one position. It's a complete match right now.
Yeah.
Rozynski chose bottom. Antrell Taylor just said, let's start on our feet. So it's 8-1 now.
Counter shot by Rozynski. How committed is he to that shot? He sees he's locked his shoulder in on that leg by getting elbow deep around the thigh area there. So he went shoelaces flat, so kind of lost all of his power. He just hung on to it.
Minute 41. Antrell Taylor has yet to find the opening he needs. Rozynski's just shut everything down.
It's being a tough out and more. Over collared there by Rozynski. Now drops into an ankle pick. He's getting to the legs. That's two shots he's been able to get to. Again, one more time, we're not going to finish.
Starting to hear the Lehigh bench cheering for a stall call.
So notice how he puts that elbow on the mat right now. That's very difficult to get that right leg of Taylor out from that position. He's milked 51 seconds out of this period with two good shots. Straight on shot. Again, Taylor trying to go around behind, but he's not clearing that right-handed underhook off along the way. You know, a lot of times you go down to the wrist to kind of push that away. Now, double underhook.
Big time move here for Taylor, and
going to try to catch some cows here. Illegal move because it was locked in the center of the back.
And that's going to move the score to 9-1. As it stands right now, Rozynski would win by major decision if this match were to end. But I think Antrell Taylor's still going to continue to look for points, 45 to go.
Totally, as Rozynski's totally measured all that action where Taylor's going to his left. Rozynski's right. Just really, he's got an over collar. Now it's just a straight collar right now. He's just felt everything. Playing the edge, drops in on the leg.
Taylor looking for a little go behind off this drag. They're out of bounds, no takedown, 15 seconds left in this match. Rozynski's gonna come back to the center, and man, a major decision in the works right now for Lehigh's Logan Rozynski against the returning NCAA champion. Taylor comes forward with his collar tie. He's looked for these double unders. He's gotten to him, but he hasn't been able to score, and he's not going to here. Logan Rozynski, major decision. He's fired up. It's 9-1, and wow, a new star for Lehigh is emerging.
Great job of scrambling. And I take it back to that first period. He gets dumped on his butt, all right? And he uses that right-handed underhook to scramble back into a neutral position. Didn't give up on